Now, did you know it was the BAFTAs this week? But for the video games industry, huge awards, big budget blockbusters and those smaller companies all having some big winning milestones in all of this. Let's get the views of tech expert Julia Hardy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Look, let's kick off first and foremost, should we, with the big winner, because the fact that there are games BAFTAs shows how big an industry it is. It's pulling in a lot of money.
Absolutely. So GTA 5 was obviously one of the biggest winners. The guys from the actual team Rockstar won the Fellowship Award. It's the first time it's been given to like a whole company. It's like a big, it's like a lifetime achievement award sort of thing. Right. Obviously, as well, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the fastest-selling entertainment product ever. That's more than Harry Potter, more than anything else. Gaming is here to stay, and it's bigger and badder than anything else.
Well, so what we're talking money-wise?
Like, I think it's fastest to gross. It grossed like almost like $1 billion in like next to no time at all. It's ridiculous. We're talking crazy sums of money here.
That's bonkers, isn't it? Bonkers.
Absolutely.
But obviously, Grand Theft Auto is a very, very big brand. What about things that are more unusual? We've got A Tale of Two Sons.
OK, so this is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. This one, game innovation. And effectively, you just play as two brothers. What's a little bit different is if you know your game controller, normally you just control one person with it. But with this one, you control each brother with each different analog stick. So you have to go. You're basically trying to save your dad. Your dad's a little bit ill. So you and your brother kind of go off. There we go. You and your brother go off to try and save him. And you basically have to kind of solve puzzles, but using teamwork together to kind of get through this sort of whimsical little world. You get to fly on one of those. Look at that.
You know, I can't control one person with a controller. Never mind doing two. What about Papers, Please?
OK, so this is a bit of an indie darling. This one, best strategy and simulation. Basically, you're playing an immigration officer in this sort of fictional country, and you have to decide, looking through people's papers, who you're going to let in, who you're not, whether you take some bribes, you've got to feed your family, what are you going to do? And as like the situation deteriorates in the sort of neighbouring countries, then the sort of immigration rules change, so you might not be able to let particular people in. It's quite interesting. It's just like one guy, this guy called Lucas Pope, made it. It's quite fascinating.
What about the graphics?
So because
is this what it's like? It's the much more basic.
Well, I actually asked him this at the BAFTAs. I said, why did you pick this particular style? And he was like, because it's sort of just him. He wanted to make it quite simple so he could program it and do it all himself. Right. So, but I think it adds something to it. It's quite. Yeah, I like it.
Retro. You like a bit of retro, though, don't you?
I do like a bit of retro, Stephen.
Right, now, we know you like to have a play in our big screen.
I know.
The layer in just a bit of fun.
So
talk us through The Last of Us.
So The Last of Us won crazy big, basically. Here, you can...
No, go on.
You're literally walking... We're just walking around.
Lord, I hate doing this.
It's fine. You're literally walking through a forest. It's fine. So this is Joel, this is Ellie. This is 25 years after a huge sort of cataclysmic event happened where lots of people got infected by this particular sort of fungal virus. It's kind of like zombies, but it's not zombies. You're just walking. It's fine. Just walk. So you're just walking through the forest.
So you brought me a game about fungal virus.
Fungal viruses. I thought it was close to your home. And...
Right.
And you basically have to smuggle this young girl out of the city. So this is sort of 25-something years after our sort of civilization has completely disappeared. Right. So Ellie, the young girl, has only ever known this life. Joel obviously had a family and a life before all of this stuff happened. And you basically have to get her out of the city, get her to this sort of insurgent group because she could be the key to something quite spectacular. Right. So this won Best Game. So this is the most coveted one that you could win. It also won Best Story because it's... The guys who wrote it are just incredible writers. The game design is absolutely fantastic. So not only do you have to combat these kind of weirdly infected people, but also the actual normal people in it are all, it's kind of like bandit country. You can't really trust anyone. And obviously because all the roads and everything is, completely lost, getting from A to B takes quite a long time. But the main thing is about this relationship between Joel and Ellie. They start off not really knowing each other. Joel's a little bit jaded from, what's kind of happened before. Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, won the BAFTA for Best Performance. Absolutely stellar work. And as the game progresses, you get kind of closer and closer, and it becomes this really tight bond between you. And it really heightens it because you don't want anyone to die. You want to succeed, basically. Right. And get to the end and help her and save her.
I'm getting a bit worked up here.
Well, stop hitting the floor.
I know. I just thought I'd vent my frustration by by doing?
By punching a wall. Well, you're not 12.
Well, no, I mean, again, with what does it for me? The quality of the graphics.
It's amazing. This game is all about story. It suckers you in. It has wonderful kind of scripted exposition that's really, really subtle, and you slowly get to know the characters and watch them join together.
Right.
It's a beautiful, beautiful game. You're just being
Lovely.
silly now. What are you doing?
Julia, thank you. I'm going to practice my punching. Just a reminder, more tech news and features this evening on Sky News in Swipe, 7:45 and 8:45. But let's get the sports headlines. Nick.